He came in key situations and played well. But since he got his opportunity this past offseason, he has seized the opportunity to become the full-time starter. And when you think about Ty Felton, this guy can do a little bit of everything. He's the perfect weapon for Josh Gaddis and Mike Locksley. Crazy stat here for you, Jeff. He accounts for 1/3 of his team total scrimmage yards on the season. For Indiana, they have got to identify where he is and have a plan to slow him down.
Well, weather is certainly going to be a factor today. It has hit Bloomington yesterday, and even today it is humid, it's warm, but it is rainy. Not as windy as one might have thought, however. As we go down to Brooke Fletcher, down on the field, it is going to be a long day of work for you, Brooke, but how you feeling down there?
I'm feeling pretty good, but it is early. Check back in with me later in the game. But yes, how these teams are going to adjust to the weather here today is going to be crucial. For Indiana, this offense has yet to turn the ball over this season. Kurt Signetti told me ball security is going to remain top priority. With the rain, you want to be cautious, but you don't want to dwell on it, so you have to find I'm feeling that balance. Good, and for Mike Locksley, he told me, hey, I don't really care about the weather today. This is the perfect football weather. He said it reminds him of that backyard football where it's our neighborhood versus their neighborhood. He just told his guys, hey, just go out and play football. You guys remember backyard football back in the day, right? You want to be cautious, but you don't want to.
This looks exactly like backyard football. Maybe throwing some snow for Jake, but other than that, we're all set to go. See the American flag in the background. It is waving. We got some rain. We are ready to play football in Bloomington. Maryland won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. So we will see this high-octane offense for Indiana maybe on the field first. For Jake, but other than that, we're all set to go. See the American flag in the background. It is waving. We got some rain. We are ready to play football in Bloomington. Maryland won the toss. And already seeing that win take effect, knocking that football off the tee. We will see this high-octane offense for Indiana on the field first. Jack Howes will re-tee it. See the American flag in the background. Give these IU fans a lot of credit. Kurt Signetti said it in the middle of the week. He wants to see as many people out here as possible at Memorial Stadium to support this club. 4-0. We'll see some more tee issues that we have to deal with. We may see a holder come in here before we get ourselves going. These IU fans a lot of credit. Kurt Signetti said Chance Harley. He wants to see his hold for Howes here as possible at Memorial Stadium. Support this club. 4-0. And off we go from Bloomington. Fair catch called for. And here comes the offense for Indiana. Over 200 points. They average better than 500 yards of total offense a game, Jake. And it's Curtis Rourke who has been everything for this program at quarterback. 0 turnovers.
When you talk about the best quarterbacks in the Big Ten Conference, you have to include Curtis Rourke. You've gotten all of the good with virtually none of the bad. Nearly a perfect statistical start to his season. 10 touchdowns accounted for, 0 turnovers. That's the key. Almost everything's worked for Indiana to start the season, but that's what this Maryland defense specializes in. They take the ball away. As Signetti has said all week, this will be the biggest test they've had all year.
Tyson Lawton lines up to the left of Curtis Rourke. Lawton gets it, and he's wrapped up and dragged down after a very short gain. Starting lineup for Indiana. Love Lawton at the running back position, but these wide receivers are legit.
Yeah, Elijah Surratt is their #1 guy to start the season. Love Miles Price there in the slot, a speedy guy, but gosh, they've spread the ball around. So many different receivers have gotten involved. They've rotated 3 and sometimes 4 running backs. It makes it hard for teams to scout. You'd like to take away the strength of the offense, but everything's worked for the Hoosiers.
Give again. Lawton. Close to a first down. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. This Maryland defense, Jake, led by Brian Williams, the 3rd-year defensive coordinator. They are a load up front, and they rotate a ton.
I was going to say, it's been fun but challenging to scout them. Healthy rotation at all 3 levels. They're a multiple defense in every sense of the word. Rotate guys across the defensive line. They play zone, they play man, they bring pressure, they do drop 8. Signetti said when he's calling plays this week, they have to have answers for anything because Maryland's defense, they can come out in anything.
Third down and 2. We've seen back-to-back runs to open up this first drive. Back to pass goes Rourke. Quick pass. Catch made. Surratt with his first catch of the day and a first down for the Hoosiers.
And to get that play started, I have to give a shout out to the running back, number 17, Lawton. They're bringing pressure. This is what you can expect from Maryland. They're going to mix this in their package, and Lawton knew exactly where to go right away, kept his quarterback, Curtis Rourke, clean. When he has had a clean pocket, he has been at his best.
76% completion percentage coming into this one today. Empty backfield. Rourke back to pass again. And he is out of time, and down he goes. First sack of the game for Maryland. Kellen Wyatt in for the sack. It's his second of the year.
We'll have to keep our eyes on number 45, Kellen Wyatt, all day. You see him coming from kind of off the ball position. He plays off the ball linebacker. He comes up to the line of scrimmage. He's been the Swiss Army knife of this defense. Leads the team in pressures. Coach Loxley said they put a lot on this guy, but he's proven he can handle it.
Just the 4th sack allowed by the Hoosiers offensive line. And behind the sticks go the Hoosiers. Second down long, going sideline, and it's incomplete. Great coverage downfield by Perry Fisher on Elijah Surratt.
This was great coverage the entire way, and the Hoosiers fans are booing. They thought it might have been physical. This is just great technique. Fisher staying in that hip pocket. That is flawless coverage there by Perry Fisher.
Third down, 16 for Indiana. Rourke again in trouble. Avoids one, throws down the middle, wide open, catch made. First down, Indiana. Miles Cross moves the chains.
It's a great job by Curtis Rourke there, starting with the ability to navigate the pocket. Maryland was running a little bit of a TE game, and he had a clean shot. He had a Terrapin defender right in his face, but was able to step up, buy some time, and make that throw.
Going with tempo, now going down the middle of the field, and it's going to be intercepted. First turnover of the season for the Indiana Hoosiers. Jalen Husky still on his feet. He's out towards the 40 into the 41-yard line. So Rourke throws a pick after picking up a huge first down. And now Maryland on offense.
He knew it as soon as he let that one go. He dropped down to his knees, put his hands on his knees, just frustration. He hasn't made a mistake all season long, Jeff. Now it's on the Hoosiers defense to respond for their quarterback.
Here's to the co-pilot, the one who never leaves our side as long as we're on the open road. They don't just help us pass the time. They make it worth spending. So, cruising compadres, this one's for you. Good catch, co-pilot. Wherever you go, Marathon's there too, because we know journeys are better when they're driven together. Save up to $1 per gallon with Marathon Rewards by downloading the app or joining at the pump.
The fact that this Reese's ad showed up at this exact moment proves that your devices are listening to your stomach.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking
about our honeymoon.
What about Africa? Safari.
Hot air balloon rides.
Swim with elephants.
Wait, can we afford a safari?
Great question. Like everything, takes a little planning.
Or put the money towards a down payment.
On a ranch.
In Montana.
With horses.
Let's take a look at those scenarios.
JP Morgan Wealth Management has advisors in Chase branches and tools like Wealth Plan to help keep you on track. When you're planning for it all, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
There is nothing like a Wendy's Frosty. It's cool. It's creamy. It's only $1 right now. Wait, what? The one and only Frosty is $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
October baseball is different. It's history. Making it, breaking it, rewriting it. It's ice in your veins, tested by 60 feet of heat. It's a faithful silence and a deafening roar. It's putting your money to work, giving your city what to burn, and the wild card, playing for keeps. Yeah, October's different. The NLDS begins on Fox and FS1.
Where does the Big Ten sports action never stop for the biggest fans of the best sports conference in the country? Big Ten Plus. Thousands of non-televised live games and events across the Big Ten. Next day on-demand game replays of televised and non-televised events. Multi-view to watch up to 4 games at once. And the 24/7 channel for your favorite school. So don't just follow the Big Ten action this season.
Unbelievable.
Hurl yourselves right into the middle of it. Download the Big Ten Plus app today.
Third interception of the year for Jalen Husky. And Jake, your keys to the game sponsored by Modelo, and Maryland already out to a good start.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was most curious about. Indiana makes no mistakes virtually on offense. They don't give the ball away, but that's what Maryland's defense does. A huge turnover there to start the game.
Edwards going outside. He was trying to get it to Caden Prather. It's incomplete. Billy Edwards was nearly perfect last time out against Villanova. And this year, 75% completion. Ty Felton has been the key.
He's just waited patiently. He's been the backup to Talia Tagovailoa for a few years now, but anytime he got his opportunity, you could see the potential. He's fully seized the starting role this year, and he's gotten a lot of help from his favorite receiver, Ty Felton.
Roman Hemby up the middle for a gain of 3. The starters for Maryland, Hemby, the starting running back. They love Prather and Felton on the outside. But this offensive line has been a work in progress, Jake.
It's going to be the biggest thing to look for up front. Signetti said in order to win this game, they have to get pressure on Billy Edwards to disrupt his timing. Here we go, third down. We'll get a chance to preview what this game could be like throughout the day.
Edwards back to pass. Time, Edwards now swallowed up and down he goes. Josh Philistine in on the sack.
Kamara, the big D tackle, was also in there as well. You know, this interior, the defensive end, this defensive line has been basically, you know, filled up by transfers. You look across it, you got Carpenter comes from JMU, CJ West from Kent State, Kamara, another guy that comes from JMU. They haven't really had to be special this year. You go back to their UCLA game, their first conference test. How they won that game was by being disruptive up front.
A lot of room to run. That's Price. So after the interception, no points allowed by this Indiana defense. CJ West, his first sack. No score, second possession for the Hoosiers.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, Kyle?
It's like he's chasing an ice cream truck.
Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Cuz holding it up like a baby lion.
Homie takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day.
Respect.
Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is...
Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know to check the weather first before sailing.
It's gonna get nasty later.
Yep.
Hey, perfect day for sailing, huh? Have fun on land.
I'll go tell the Coast Guard.
Yep.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Crunchy. Ooh.
Tasty.
Oh.
Sweet or savory.
Always satisfying.
Give me Blue Diamond. Crunchy, tasty, sweet or savory. Always satisfying. Give me Blue Diamond.
Crunchy, tasty, sweet or savory. Always satisfying.
Blue Diamond Almonds.
Wisconsin clashes with Purdue. Then Indiana takes on Northwestern. And 13th ranked USC battles Minnesota under the lights. A football triple header next Saturday on the Big Ten Network.
go back to the last drive for Indiana where there was an interception. These are you see all these Maryland bodies. These are the only two guys that rush. It speaks to the multiplicity of this Maryland defense. Curtis Rourke had all day to throw. But when you're facing a drop 8, drop 9 defense like in that instance, it requires extra discipline, Jeff. You have to be okay knowing that's not the time to push the ball down the field. Hit your check down. And really the first big mistake by Curtis Rourke there on the last drive.
Ellison, the lone back. Ellison gets the carry on first down, slips a tackle, and he's across the 40. Good gain on first down for Justice Ellison, the Wake Forest transfer.
Just to go back to that interception, Maryland rushed 2, but we highlighted a few times earlier in the drive where they brought pressure. Again, that's a theme here. Indiana hasn't seen a defense like this. Everything's on the table. Maryland could bring pressure. They could drop 8. They could drop 9. They'll play zone. They'll play man.
Hand off again. That's Ellison. Be 3rd and short. Let's go down to Brook. Reaction from Curtis Rourke after throwing the pick.
Yeah, he came to the sidelines, guys, took his helmet off, and he just looked completely composed and calm. And that's what offensive coordinator Mike Shanahan really praises him for. Says that if anything goes wrong, he is unfazed. He is the leader on this team. Guys look to him, and he just keeps everybody calm.
Thanks so much, Brooke. 3rd down and 1 for Indiana. Second drive of the game for the Hoosiers. Another carry, Ellison, able to slip forward for another first down. 3 for 3 so far for the Hoosiers.
Go back to what Brooke's saying there, just the poise, right? That's what Cignetti, we probably spent 5 minutes talking to him about Curtis Rourke, most of which was highlighting his poise. So it's not about, you don't get poise from when you're succeeding and when it's easy. Poise comes when you're tested. We'll get to find out about Curtis Rourke this drive.
Dante Trader, that is a big guy leaving the field for Maryland. Jake, here today's impact players. Sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance.
Elijah Surratt he's been the wide receiver 1 for the Hoosiers, and on this drive alone we've seen Justice Ellison get a ton of carries, get for that fight for those tough yards. He's number 2 in yards after contact in the conference, and we just saw him walking off the field. Dante Trader Jr., the safety, the veteran for Maryland's defense, played a ton of football. I feel like he's been in this program for a decade. We'll have to have Brooke check in and see how serious that injury is.
He's headed to the medical tent on the far side of the field. There goes Lawton on the carry. He's across midfield. Tyson Lawton, a gain of 6. Heavy dose of Lawton. Transfer from James Madison, one of the 13 players that Coach Cignetti brought with him. A couple of scores last week for Lawton. A 50-point performance from Indiana. Lawton spun around and brought down by Caleb Wheatland.
Wheatland's another guy next to Kellen Wyatt that is kind of a Swiss Army knife in this defense. Does a little bit of everything. He's tied for first in pressures. They ask a lot of these linebackers. You got to be athletic, you got to be fast, you have to be able to cover. But like you saw there, you have to be able to blitz and come downhill and make the tackles.
Third down and a long 4. Rourke to pass again over the middle, and it's intercepted again. Glenn Miller making the start position today, comes away with his 3rd interception.
Great play there by Glendon Miller. In man-to-man coverage, he's got that speed to undercut it. This is just a crosser. It's tight coverage. Rourke get it in there. Keyshawn Williams, one of his fastest weapons, but Glendon Miller a little too fast there.
2 drives, 2 picks for the Hoosiers offense. Maryland back on the field.
2, please. Thank you.
Dad, that's Matt Liner.
Twins.
Twins?
Hey, look at us. Team Discover in the house.
too much.
I like your style. Discover cashback, am I right? That's how we roll. Hey, maybe we'll see you out in the stands. Nah, I'm just here for cashback.
Earn cash back at the places you like to shop. Discover, proud sponsor of the Big Ten.
Your yard is your sanctuary, where you should feel free.
I know.
Was talking about the dogs. They need their lawn back fast. And you need Scott's turf builder and Rappy Grass. It's a revolutionary mix of seed and fertilizer that grows grass 2 times faster than just seed alone. Giving you a stronger lawn. Release the hounds. Smell that freedom, eh?
I smell it.
I'm still talking to the dogs.
Download the MyLawn app today for lawn care tips and customized plans.
Feed the lawn. Feed it.
You know, Coach Prime, it's nice to finally have some free time. Gives you a chance to reflect on the important things.
Like how Aflac pays people money for the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Health insurance does leave a gap.
But Aflac gives people money to help close that gap.
Oh, Coach Brown got one on the line too, baby.
See, that's how you hold up a trophy. Trust me.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Find an agent, get a quote at Aflac.com.
Hope you're hungry.
I'm glad I brought my own dinner.
You my little boo thing, so I'll give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell him I'm next. Tell him you find a little something fresh, I know. Tell him I'm next. Tell him you find a little something fresh, I know. You my little boo thing, so I'll give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell him I'm next. Tell him you.
Let's go back to that interception. A fun matchup to watch here between Keyshawn Williams and Glendon Miller. And watch at the top of the route. Keyshawn Williams is running across her. You freeze it. He's fading, but you're supposed to get negative. When you fade and instead of getting negative, that gives Glendon Miller a chance to undercut it. So Keyshawn Williams is fading upfield. He's trust his speed. Glendon Miller has more speed than him, gets underneath, and it's the angle that leads to the interception.
Trying the bubble screen to Felton, and he is hammered by Aiden Fisher. See the note on Curtis Rourke. 2 interceptions in his last 2 passes. None in his first almost 100 attempts on the season.
This is what this game's about, Jeff, right? As it's been easy and effortless for the Hoosiers. It's certainly been a hyped-up team right there outside of the AP top 25. We knew we were going to learn a lot about them today.
Down he goes again. Another sack. It's James Carpenter this time.
Well, James Carpenter has been one of my favorite ads for them. Another JMU guy, right? This is basically the bus went from JMU here to Bloomington. And watch big number 99, James Carpenter, just never give up on the play. For Billy Edwards, he has to have that internal clock. He was holding onto the ball for far too long. James Carpenter, 1.
3rd down and 20 for Maryland. Edwards, flush, shuffle pass. Roman Hamby gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Give him 12 yards, but it's 4th down and 8. So Indiana's defense holds again, forces another 3 and out following an interception.
Well, we've talked about how many points the Indiana offense has been, how good Curtis Rourke has looked to start the season, but the point differential for this team has been impressive. And the other half of that is how good this defense has been. Now tested twice here early in this game. They haven't had a chance to have to respond to turnovers. These were the first time seeing it, Jeff.
Ferguson kicks it away. Price from his own 9. Makes a move, gets past the 15. 20, but Indiana's offense back at it in a very late collision. No flag yet. There are bodies forming. Welcome back to Big Ten Conference play. Curtis Rourke Two picks on his last 2 passes. See what he does in his 3rd possession.
This Kia Turbo Hybrid is built for all the things you've yet to do. Like taking a long drive, just to throw a monster tailgate party at an away game.
Brisket, anyone?
Do what's yet to be done. The new Kia Carnival Turbo Hybrid. Kia, movement that inspires.
The new $7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell with the beefy 5-layer burrito, Doritos Locos Taco, and the Chicken Chalupa Supreme. The only thing not Lux about it is the price. The new $7 Lux Cravings box, only at Taco Bell.
Full-time fans, you give the season everything you've got, and I've got my eyes on you. I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm rewarding the most passionate fans. Because that kind of dedication deserves a Modelo.
A trailblazer sets their goals and goes for it. They focus on what they're trying to accomplish or what problem they're trying to solve, and they figure it out. If somebody's doing it one way, I get complete joy just turning that upside down and just changing the game. And the best part is that's what's worked for me. One of the best things I learned at IU was just how to learn. Add to that a curiosity that just kept on growing. There were no limits, and that was the beautiful part about IU then and now. Over the last 14 years, a lot of kids on campus got into business because they watched us. That's the reason I do Shark Tank. We send the message that the American dream is alive and well, that you can be from Bloomington, Indiana, you can be from Idaho, wherever, and have a chance to be super successful. Just reinforcing that in this country these days, to me, is very important. My name is Mark Cuban. I'm an entrepreneur, and I am an IU graduate. Let's go Hoosiers.
Next Saturday, Big Ten Tailgate heads to Evanston to set the scene for the Hoosiers and Wildcats. Fun begins at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. Only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. All right, Jake, possession number 3 for Curtis Rourke. He has thrown picks on back-to-back passes. What do you expect to see in drive number 3?
Heavy run. It's been working for him so far. I don't think you completely abandoned Curtis Rourke. He's earned the right to continue throwing the ball.
He throws it here, and he's off the mark. He was trying to get it to Surratt.
Something you really don't see too often, Jeff. These guys have had great chemistry. And I think, to answer your question, that says a lot about the belief Cignetti has in his quarterback. To come out here after his second interception and have the first play be a throw, nothing's changed. But again, I think they can get back to the run game here. They're able to get some yards on the ground here to start the game.
Swap the formation. Get it to the outside. Blockers in front. That's Price down the sideline. Tripped up around the 40-yard line. Miles Price, the transfer out of Texas Tech, asserting himself.
And that was a great block by his tight end. I believe that was number 44, Zach Horton. And that's just an RPO system right here. Cignetti said we have to have answers. So if they're overloading the box to stop the run, pull it and run a bubble screen. Great job. Zach Horton blocked nearly 2 guys with that to get his guy Miles Price out on the edge. Great execution.
Big gain, and for Rourke, getting that easy completion. Rourke again goes to the outside, and the catch made. Surratt dragging the tackler with him near a first down.
Man, that was a strong catch there, working against the freshman Braden Lee. That catch was harder than the one that he dropped on the first play of the drive. But Surratt, he's been the go-to guy for Curtis Rourke, and a great job there fighting then to get into the second and manageable situation. The youth of the Maryland defense is in the back end. That time it was the freshman number 2, Braden Lee, in coverage.
Surratt with a couple of catches already. Transfer from James Madison, 82 catches a year ago. 2nd and 1. Rourke somehow got out of it, but the knee goes down. It'll be a loss of 6 on the play. Trey Reddick was the one that tapped him down. 3rd and long.
Mental game by Brian Williams. Watch this safety action here. Just moving pre-snap to try to confuse him. That's Scruggs. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You saw Curtis Rourke looking that way, but the picture changes post-snap. He just doesn't look comfortable in terms of trusting what he's seeing pre-snap right now.
First look at Kalon Black on this third down. Black makes the catch, and he's got the first down across midfield. First catch of the season for Kalon Black.
That was a good job by Rourke. Maryland had linebackers in both B gaps. Looked like they were bringing pressure. They did that drop 8 coverage. They dropped out of it. Rourke didn't panic. The offensive line gave him protection. He was able to come all the way back around to his check down. Smart football play, good execution.
Cross in motion. Rourke sets up the screen and dragged down for a loss. Michael Harris with a nice play. Let's go downstairs to Brooke Fletcher with a update on Dante Trader.
He came out of the tent, guys, with the towel around his neck. Clearly frustrated, uncomfortable is a great way to just describe it. Coaches and teammates have come up to him just to console him. He doesn't have a helmet in his hand, something that we need to keep an eye on.
Thanks so much, Brooke. A lot of passes on this drive for Rourke, trying to get him back in rhythm. Across the middle again, catch made. Omar Cooper, first down and then some. Pickup of 20 for Omar Cooper, first catch of the day.
Now with all this changed coverage and different looks defensively, there is some holes and can be some holes. It really, to me, it's all on the big boys up front there, Jeff. If Curtis can feel he has good protection, he's able to work back to those underneath routes that are sitting down in those holes.
Seen some subs for Indiana, allows Maryland to switch out their personnel.
That was their first handoff of the drive, huh? We were expecting heavy run.
There's another handoff right at the gut for Lawton. Lost his footing across the 20-yard line. Had a home run written all over it if he keeps his footing. Nice ankle tackle by Maryland.
Offensive coordinator said Lawton is the most athletic of all their running backs. He's physical. They're kind of like a NASCAR crew. We've seen Justice Ellison. That time it's Lawton. Of course, Elijah Green gets involved. Black had a catch on this drive. They got a ton of options in the backfield.
Lawton to the far side of the field. Time winding down in this first quarter. Rourke down the middle. It's caught! Down to the 1-yard line. What a play by Zach Horton, changing his body to haul in that catch.
Great catch. He started off the drive with the key. Now down in the red zone. What a catch. Great location there by Curtis Rourke to get on his back shoulder.
Lawton gets it across. No, he's short. Just short. And that'll more than likely take us to the end of the first quarter. From the half-yard line, Indiana is
That's the end of the first quarter.
8 first downs for Indiana. How close was he from breaking the plane? Missed it by that much. Second quarter from the half-yard line.
That ball sweep down.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 3 years.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
This economy has been hard on our wallets, but not on Angela Alsobrooks. CNN reports she dodged at least $16,000 in property taxes, illegally taking tax deductions she didn't qualify for. She even took a benefit meant for low-income seniors. But Alsobrooks wants us to pay more, including higher Social Security taxes. Angela Alsobrooks, higher taxes for you, illegal tax breaks for her. Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Mayotivations with Will Levis. Mayo dip be creamy, and your quarterback dreamy. Oh, hey. Mayo game day be delicious.
And that's why our favorite part of camp
was the ride to camp.
Can we please get a ride? Oh my God! Sure.
Transform your cabin with the ingenious stowable second row center seat. Available on the Honda Pilot. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Hardee's $5.99 original bag gets you way more than Junior Burgers, Small Sammys, or Tiny Nuggies. You can't skimp on goodness on game day. The original bag, just $5.99, only at Hardee's.
Welcome back. I'm here with Indiana head coach Curt Cignetti. Coach, an uncharacteristic start for your quarterback in Curtis Work. How is he able to turn things around?
Well, he's a veteran. You know, he's unflappable, so he doesn't let the previous play affect him. They made a couple good plays. We made a couple poor throws, bad decisions. Playing good on defense. Got to punch this one in.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks so much as Indiana's offense takes charge at the half-yard line. Just open up this second quarter. No big deal with 2 straight picks.
Too many beers.
Curtis Rourke's been great on this drive. Indiana breaks the huddle with Lawton to the left of Rourke. Stack the middle. Price in motion. Price, backward pass. Price to the end zone. Touchdown. First touchdown of the year for Miles Price.
That's a great concept. Great concept. The first 2 drives, I thought Brian Williams, the defensive coordinator for Maryland, he won the mental battle. That drive and ending with that call, Mike Shanahan, the play caller for Indiana, won that battle.
Goes down as a rushing touchdown from Miles Price. Kick is up and the kick is good. 7-0 Indiana. Beautiful design from the Hoosiers.
Miles Price has that game-breaking ability, almost like a video game. When he's out in open space, he looks like a video game. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
You found the right model.
For sure.
Now, how can you be sure you're getting the right deal?
I have to talk to my bestie. Hey, girl. This one's like your last boyfriend. It's got issues.
Let's ask the experts. For the right used car, just say, show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Look for me and stop overpaying. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
The Journey Big Ten Football 2024, Tuesday on the Big Ten Network.
7-0 Indiana after the first touchdown of the year from Miles Price. The scoring drive presented by Marathon. And that was a marathon type of drive. 12 plays, 83 yards, and Price cashed it in with a touchdown rush. Earlier in the week, Miles Price was a guest under the hood with BTN's Rhett Lewis, and he called that he was going to have a touchdown. He's in it. To the 20-yard line for Maryland's offense. Let's go back to Chicago. Rick Pizzo standing by in the studio.
Jeff, thank you. A little brown jug update. Michigan strikes first. Who else but Khalil Mullings into the end zone. Wolverines over the Gophers 7-0 late in the first quarter.
Thank you so much, Rick. All right, Maryland has not had a first down yet. They have run 6 total plays on offense. Got to get something going with Billy Edwards and company.
Football's about momentum and responses. That was a great response by Indiana's offense. This Maryland offense has playmakers all over the field. Now it's their turn to try to respond.
Nolan Ray gets the carry, tries the outside. Picks up 4 on first down. Today's Impact Players sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance, Jake.
Maryland rotates a ton of running backs, but Nolan Ray, maybe the most explosive. Ty Felton, statistically the best receiver in the Big Ten Conference, accounts for 1/3 of the scrimmage yards for Maryland all season. D'Angelo Pons is Indiana's best defensive back. He's got the tough ask of matching up with Ty Felton today.
2nd down and 6. Edwards going to carry it himself. Gets across the 25-yard line. Another 3rd down for Maryland. Feels like a big 3rd down to get.
Absolutely. And let's keep our eyes on Ty Felton and let's see what Indiana does to match up with them.
There's Felton, came in with 41 catches on the year. They go empty backfield on this 3rd down and 3. To the outside, Hemby. A Hoosier slipped. Hemby's got the first down. It was Jalen Walker that fell down in pursuit of Hemby.
Great job conceptually. You start with Hemby outside, you motion him into the backfield to get a man zone read, and then a lot of eyes were on Ty Felton. Hemby was able to win the race to the flat and move the chains.
Hemby gets it again, spinning around, being pushed forward almost to midfield. Another first down for Maryland. And now you see the Terps motor churning.
This is going to be a fun game today, Jeff. These are 2 fun offenses to watch, 2 explosive teams. We saw Indiana respond, and as you mentioned right there, Maryland, nice start to this drive.
Hemby gets it again, right up the middle, down to the 35-yard line, finding some open lanes in the running game.
Hemby, he exploded onto the scene 2 years ago as a freshman. Was one of the more dynamic players in the conference, and he's been steady ever since. He's just a well-rounded back, a well-rounded athlete. Certainly viable in the pass game like we saw in that 3rd down, but capable of popping off some explosive runs.
Nolan Ray checks back in after a couple of big gains from Hemby. To the outside catch. That's Felton, first catch of the game. They experience the expanded Big Ten Conference like never before. Big Ten Plus, streaming thousands of non-televised live events across the Big Ten. Plus, enjoy next day game replays for every Big Ten game. Subscribe now at BigTenPlus.com. Maryland's moving. 2nd down and 2 inside the 30. Hand off again. Able to keep his feet. Ray slithers forward for a first down. And a flag comes in late. Well behind the play.
The result of the play is a first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 66, his first of the game. 15-yard penalty. It's 1st and 10.
Aluba, the right guard, guilty of the infraction, and he goes to the sideline with Michael Loxley. It's a first down for Maryland, but penalties has been a big key for both of these teams this year.
And the timing of penalties amplifies their significance. Those are drive killers. I mean, Maryland just had all the momentum. Everything was working on this drive, and then you get a critical penalty to knock you back 15 yards. That's what Loxley's telling him. Aluba, we cannot have that.
Kyle Long checks in and now whistles again. See the frustration in the left tackle, Andre Roy.
Illegal snap. Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Here's the previous penalty on Aluba. Locked in with Mario Landino.
See him there, bottom of your screen. It's a good block. You know, it's a good block.
Just looked like he crawled over him. The blitz pickup. Now there's multiple flags on the play. Edwards gets rid of it. And we'll check on the laundry. This is 3 straight penalties potentially against Maryland.
Personal foul, face mask, offense number 76, 15-yard penalty, first down.
2 penalties on that right guard position. How long this time?
Here's 76, the right guard. Let's watch it. Maryland's bringing pressure. There's number 4, Aiden Fisher, with a nice move off the line of scrimmage. And yep, that's exactly what the officials are looking for, clear as day. And Maryland's almost back to where they started in just penalty yards alone.
30. They had the ball inside the 30-yard line. Play in pursuit initially by Asbury to get the initial hit on Nolan Ray.
Man, he shot through that gap quick. You mentioned number 1, Asbury. Look at him. Indiana's been bringing pressure and working, and it's been working on this blitz. Someone's got to have him. I don't know if it's Preston Howard or Dylan Wade, those 2 tight ends outside. You're responsible for the secondary element. But Asbury did his job. If you don't want to block him, he's going to trigger through and help make that play.
The Terps keep going backwards. 2nd and 31. Edwards going deep, and a penalty comes out. Ty Felton was interfered with. There's Jameer Johnson in the coverage, and Felton points to the penalty marker. This would be a huge penalty against Indiana to get Maryland out of jail.
Pass interference, defense number 19, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Wow.
And it's a great play call by Josh Gaddis. That's Ty Felton running the out and up there, the double move, and you see
Correction,
Jameer
the foul
Johnson.
is on number 9.
Just, he triggered on it. That's about situational awareness there, Jeff. You know, in 2nd and long like that, you don't need to trigger on that first move.
Pressure comes, perfect play call with the screen, but running it down from the backside was James Carpenter to avoid an even bigger gain.
And James Carpenter is nearly 300 pounds, and Roman Hemby did a good job of churning his leg, showing great strength. He got an extra 5 or 6 yards there on that play, but to go back to Jameer Johnson, right, you got to have situational awareness, know when to be aggressive. 2nd and 31, you have to anticipate the double move. He didn't. Ty Felton won. Jameer Johnson had that key penalty to get Maryland back in 1st and 10.
Catch made, first down. Caden Prather on the reception to move the chains. Now they're getting back to where they were initially after all that penalty yardage backed them up into their own territory.
The drama of football, the back and forth. It's the best sport.
You're starting to see the Terps have some semblance of cohesion on this offense too. Colby McDonald checks into the ball game for the first time for Maryland. He was a captain earlier in the week. Going deep. He's got a man. Touchdown, Maryland. Caden Prather pulls it in. What a bomb from Billy Edwards.
Billy Edwards knew before that ball was even snapped where he was going to go with the football. He has Caden Prather at 6'3" with great length, running a go ball on D'Angelo Pons, who's 5'9". And look at Prather. He's got those long legs, long arms, great long speed down the field. And it looked like D'Angelo Pons was expecting some intermediate route, just was caught flat-footed, and Billy Edwards with a perfect pass to his big target, number 1, Caden Prather.
Touchdown in 3 straight games now for Caden Prather. Howes kicks it through. Edwards 5 for 5 on the last drive. Caden Prather finds the end zone the 3rd time this year. Edwards to Prather, all square, Bloomington.
Every season, we give it everything we have. We give our strength. We give our souls. We give up our comfort zones to make the other side uncomfortable. We give our passion. We even give his passion. Good boy. We give it all because that's how you win it all. It's in our blood. And now, we can give that too. This season, Abbott and Big Ten are pitting school against school in the largest blood donation competition of our lifetime to fight the largest blood shortage in a generation. Want your school to win? Then don't give up. Give blood.
Be the MVP on game day with a delicious lineup of tasty sliders, classic sandwiches, sweet and tangy barbecue, the world's best ham, and more. Because game day is a Honey Baked Day with the Honey Baked Ham Company.
With 5-hour energy, you could be a tailgate champion.
Where is everybody?
Even if you are 2 months early.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead. We don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with boldness and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow.
Most people are on some sort of social media, so make sure you follow at B1G Football. Make sure you follow Jake Butt, too. He did a great bit on Curtis Rourke of Indiana earlier in the week.
You really do. You need to get on there and follow all those handles on all platforms. You know, this is a big conference. There's a lot to keep track of, but I'm on there doing breakdowns. You mentioned I did a key one for Curtis Rourke in his game against UCLA. You follow those socials and you get to follow the conference as a whole. You think about the new 4 teams, the competition, the ranked matchups. It's a lot to follow. So you got to stay on top of it. Big Ten socials. They'll keep you covered.
Jake, you did an excellent job with that.
The rhythm?
All of it was perfect.
It's a true story now. You should follow it.
Football on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Marathon, trying to save drivers and their co-pilots up to $1 per gallon. And by the new DQ Fall Blizzard Treat Menu. Happy tastes good.
I'll make you a promise, Jeff. For the winner of this game, go follow to our viewers, go follow the social. I'll have a breakdown of the key reasons why a team, whoever wins this game, I'm going to do a breakdown next week to help explain the why for the winner.
Ooh, double stamp it guarantee?
Yes, I got you. Hold me to it, Jeff.
Double stamp, no racies. Another possession for Indiana's offense. Rourke to pass. Finds an open running lane. There's plenty of greenery for him. Gets out of bounds just before the 40-yard line. First down, Indiana.
The difference
of his game that they love here at Indiana.
Yeah, the difference here is protection, Jeff, and it's true for both teams and both quarterbacks. You know, Curtis Rourke, that's a good job. Remember, his first interception was trying to push the ball downfield when it wasn't there. That time he scanned all of his reads and realized nothing's available, felt and saw the green grass and did a good job of tucking it and running to get a nice explosive run.
A lot of jukes. A flag comes in late as Ellison is dragged down. Loss of 1 on the play.
There is no foul on the play. The contact's been ruled legal. It's 2nd down.
Check downstairs with Brooke Fletcher.
Yeah, after that Prather touchdown, Billy Edwards Jr. came up to him, also Mike Loxley, and he said, We have the momentum right now. Let's get it going. And Billy Edwards Jr., we know he has success in this matchup. Just a couple of seasons ago, he led Maryland to a game-winning drive here, and he told me he's had this game circled on his calendar for a while now.
He's got great vibes. A short throw, trying to get it to Omar Cooper right at the logo at midfield. 3rd down and 11 for Indiana. And for Billy Edwards, this is a place where he has a lot of good memories.
You know, Loxley made an interesting comment. He thought Billy Edwards, he felt they had the best backup quarterback in college football in Billy Edwards. And there was a number of times where Talia Tagovailoa got injured and Edwards would come in. Brooke mentioned here a few years ago, he's got great experience, and now as a starter playing some great football.
Great pursuit on that. Lavian Scruggs with a hit, knocked it away. Did he get there too early, though, Jake?
Eshawn Williams was calling for it. Let's see. That's close.
They get that left shoulder in there just before the ball got there.
Yeah, I don't mind the no call. I mean, it's close. It's a bang-bang play.
Get a punt.
You can get away with it if you're just a split second early. It's probably a split second early there, but it wasn't egregious.
Just the 6th punt of the season for James Evans. And Maryland's going to get the football back from the 28-yard line and moving forward. Chance to take the lead. We'll be back to Bloomington in just a moment.
Ah, yes. Unleaded 88 can save you big at the pump.
And it helps cut emissions, if it's safe for your car.
As long as it's a 2001 or newer, you're good to go.
Speaking of good, it's made with corn, which is good for local farmers.
I mean,
farmers care more about...
Can somebody hand me that socket?
Wait.
Oh, found it.
Does anyone have a reason not to choose Unleaded 88? Thank you.
Whatever your reason, choose Unleaded 88. Engine smart, earth kind.
This is a payday bar with tons of peanuts and caramel that get the job done, so you can think of it as a tool to hammer your hunger, cut your appetite in half, and demolish your urge for peanuts. Payday. Get to it. Also try chocolatey payday.
We are always in motion. Getting this, fixing that, arriving to destinations in life and around the globe. Sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes it's a blur. Because life never stops, you need someone you can trust to go right along with you, no matter where the future leads. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Look at that Wendy's breakfast burrito. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, sausage. Gotta hand it to the tortilla. That sucker's holding on for dear life. The boss of breakfast, gotta be Wendy's.
It ain't what you want to do, it's what you're willing to do. You have more in the tank. You have more to give. The only people that are going to go to work with you are going to be right here. Nobody else is coming. Focus on how we do our work.
Here come the Terrapins. Let's go. It's on you. It's on you, Woody. I'm looking at you. Oh, what a hit. What kind of speed do you got, young man? There he goes. It's a touchdown for Maryland.
120.
Who does she think she is? Laura Croft?
Blitz, put your hands up.
Every Monday, it's all new.
Hang on.
Welcome to the party, Captain.
We'll be ready.
911 Lone Star, all new Mondays on Fox, or watch anytime on Hulu.
Here's today's coaching profile, sponsored by Discovery. And Jake, what Mike Loxley has built in Maryland just continues to churn out conference player after conference player, 16 of them a year ago.
He really has done such a great job. You know, that starts with recruiting, obviously, then it's developing, then it's hiring the right coordinators to put a system. It's been a few years in the making where he's been able to develop guys at an all-conference level and been pushing guys to the NFL as well.
C.J. West blew up that play on Colby McDonald. He talked to us earlier in the week, Jake, about what are you willing to sacrifice for this team this year? And for Michael Loxley, He's half a lox. He gave up 100 pounds. He lost 100 pounds. Took some time. Didn't happen overnight. But he said, I gave up half a lox for this team. After a gain of 1, Edwards back to the air. He's in trouble, and down he goes. Fisher, the first man to hit him, and then Walker cleaned it up.
Wow, wait till you see this move by Aiden Fisher. Billy Edwards, he blinked twice. Look at the spin move right there in the middle of your screen. Wow, working on number 57, Bunyan. Edwards caught that snap, and before he knew what was happening, Fisher was in his lap. A great move.
Another tackle for loss for this Indiana defense. Edwards to the outside. Prather makes the catch, dives to the 30-yard line, but it's 4th down, and the Hoosiers hold again.
This game is very simple to me. It's won and lost in the trenches. Which offensive line is giving their quarterback time? Which offensive line is opening holes in the run game? Both quarterbacks have been successful. There's weapons on both offenses, but it all starts up front so far to start this game.
McPherson to kick it away. Price. It'll let it roll. It'll nestle. Look at that bounce. Perfect. Right on the 1 of the B1G. Great crowd here in Bloomington at Memorial Stadium. Treated to a good game so far. 7-7 in the second quarter.
We want it all. We want beards and lattes.
Great.
Oh. We want to be invited. Great. And not attend.
Great.
We want to take the shortcut.
You lost?
And not be in danger.
Reverse.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
I checked 2 bags on Southwest for free.
Huh.
You can pack so much shampoo in a check bag. He gets it.
2 bags fly free. That's a big flex.
Hey, Scott, this stuff's perfect for fall, right?
Yeah, it feeds your lawn now to strengthen roots all winter for a better lawn next spring.
How do you know all this?
Says it right there on the back.
Yes, it does.
Download the My Lawn app today for lawn care tips and customized plans.
Feed it, lawn. Feed it.
It's not just a helmet, it's a symbol of pride, forged from grit, sacrifice, and strength. Proudly resting on the shoulders of warriors, steeped in history, but focused on the future. Inspiring to believe that this year could be the year. Proudly boasting battle scars and badges of achievement, rising high to victory. So come on, strap in, ball out, and fan up, because this is big.
The stage is set.
Oh, here we go, here we go. It's gonna be good. Season 12. Whoa! She can sing.
I can't wait to see what else happens in season 12, guys.
Don't want to miss an upset? Just tell Siri. Show him the Big Ten football schedule. A lot of action in the Big Ten Conference today. We're the only show on the Big Ten Network for this Saturday in college football. Trying to do a good one thus far. 6:06 to go in this first half. Lawton back in the backfield. Lawton gets it over the right side. Big gain on first down. Pickup of 9. Good burst from Tyson Lawton.
It really was, and it was a good job there on the edge. They shifted down into that bunch formation. Those tight ends and receivers were able to create a hole there for Lawton, where he showed the burst.
It's an offense averaging better than 500 yards a game. They're earning every yard against Maryland thus far. This Hoosiers offense. And off again, long slips through one. The flag comes in after picking up the first down. See if it stands.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 7. 15 yards added to the end of the run. First down.
Kingby Sote picks up that 15-yard face mask penalty. Second face mask on the Terps today. Gets the ball across midfield.
Penalty yards have killed Maryland, and King Basote, I mean, wasn't malicious, right? He's reaching to try to make the tackle. Great move. He's in the backfield, but Indiana's been on the receiving side of some positive yards given up by Maryland. The penalties.
Kalon Black bounces off of one, gets to the outside. Ball was out, and it is Maryland football. Scruggs comes away with it. Just as Indiana was pushing forward, Maryland comes up with their third takeaway.
This is what this defense does. They take the ball away, and Indiana doesn't give the ball away, at least not before today. Clearly a fumble, and another huge play by Maryland's defense.
Michael Harris poked it out. Scruggs on the recovery.
That's just a great play to punch that out.
0 turnovers on the season for Indiana in their first 4 games. They have 3 in this first half. Good field position. Hemby gets the carry across the 45-yard line and a gain of 5. Just to our point, Jake, nothing in the first 4 games, and for Curt Cignetti, he's got to be boiling on the inside with these turnovers. Another carry for Hemby, stood up by Fisher. Third and 3.
And Maryland has to be thinking they got to take advantage of these turnovers at some point. The star Indiana's defense with those 3 turnovers only giving up 7 points.
Edwards looking for room, swallowed up in the backfield. Amari Farrell, first man to hit Edwards. They lost yardage.
Yeah, that was a design quarterback run to Billy Edwards, something they haven't done too much of this season. And you got numbers. You have 5 offensive linemen and Roman Hemby as the lead blocker, but Indiana, they felt that and triggered. Amari Farrell came downhill and the defensive line won up front. That play really never had a chance to get going.
We'll get a flag stopping this play before it even starts. And Maryland's going backwards again.
False start. Offense, number 10. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Indiana's defense has stood the test after their offense has turned it over 3 times. Maryland has not done anything against this Hoosiers defense to cash in. Price is back for Indiana. Another punt from McPherson. And let it bounce. Takes a good Maryland bounce inside the 5-yard line, down it at the 1. Wow, what a punt from McPherson. Step away for 15 seconds.
There is nothing like a Wendy's Frosty. It's cool. It's creamy. It's only $1 right now. Wait, what? The one and only Frosty is $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Just under 3 minutes to play in the second quarter, and Indiana is backed all the way up to their own 1-yard line as they take over on offense. Very spirited conversation just a moment ago between Billy Edwards and his head coach, Michael Loxley. Interesting play call on that 3rd down and 3. Ellison's in the backfield with Rourke. Rourke to pass. Surratt gives him some space with an excellent catch on the back shoulder throw.
Surratt working against the freshman, number 11, Humes. And that's 2 veterans with a lot of chemistry. A perfect ball. Curtis Rourke getting it out there to his number 1 target, Surratt. Can't ask for a better play. They're backed up to give yourself some breathing room.
Gain of 22 yards to Surratt. Ellison gets the carry, looking for space and bottled up. No gain.
There's youth
out on the way.
There's youth in that Maryland secondary, Jeff. Surratt had a catch earlier on the freshman, number 2, Braden Lee. That time he's working on the freshman, Kevin Humes. Surratt's played a ton of football, clearly comfortable out there. Curtis Rourke has been identifying that and taking advantage.
And there is a 2-minute timeout. Kurt Signetti and his offense has put together just 7 points. They've turned it over 3 times. They're on the move.
Thanks everyone, especially Vicky. She's been with us since the beginning and saved us enough on our insurance to help us open our 2nd location.
Auto Owners offers a variety of discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Vicky.
That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Who are you talking to anyway?
It's a commercial.
You left late, and we had to walk a mile to the stadium. What have you prepared for us, Chef?
Eckrich smoked sausage, Chef.
Well done, Chef.
Yes!
For smoked sausage you heat up and eat up, just add Eckrich.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, huh?
It's like he's chasing an ice cream truck.
Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Cuz holding it up like a baby lion.
Homie takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day.
Respect.
Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Big Ten fans, shop Rally House for the best selection of Big Ten team gear. From the newest arrivals to the most popular styles, there's gear for every fan at Rally House.
Jerseys, headwear, fit for a win. Shop the latest styles in the Big Ten. Rally House, it's your city, it's your house, it's the Rally House.
Shop in-store and online at rallyhouse.com.
The new $7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell with the beefy 5-layer burrito, Doritos Locos Taco, and the Chicken Chalupa Supreme. The only thing not Lux about it is the price. The new $7 Lux Cravings box, only at Taco Bell.
2, please, thank you.
Dad, that's Matt Liner.
Twins? Hey, maybe we'll see you out in the stands. Nah, I'm just here for the cashback.
Earn cash back at the places you like to shop. Discover, proud sponsor of the Big Ten.
Big Ten Network Saturday Night Volleyball. Eva Hudson leads the Boilermakers against McKenna Wooker and the Gophers. Then the Ducks square off with the Hoosiers. Coverage begins at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network.
2 minutes to go in this first half, a 7-7 game. Make sure you get ready for the biggest hoop season ever with 2 full days of Big Ten Basketball Media Days coverage. That's Wednesday and Thursday only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. That building just behind Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, will be an awfully busy place for the old Hoosiers coming up in about 6 weeks or so. Maybe less. As Ellison back in the backfield, 2nd down and 10. Ellison out of the backfield. He is hammered as soon as he makes the catch. Donnell Brown with a huge hit. And a timeout used by Maryland.
First of the half, 30 seconds.
Take a quick timeout for 30 seconds in Indy.
On a Longing, Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Ramon, what are you doing here? Texting another conference now.
Yeah, but it's like on the other side of the country. It's really, really far.
But you're not even on our schedule this season.
Maybe we can meet you in the playoffs.
That's crazy talk.
You know what else is crazy? Getting all that Dr. Pepper flavor with 0 sugar.
But Dr. Pepper doesn't have a questionable secondary like Tech does.
Here, catch!
And that's why you're a mascot.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
7-7 game coming up. Stick around for the halftime show, sponsored by Defender, Rick Pizzo, Howard Griffith, Jerry DiNardo, Brock Vereen. Here's that last hit, by the way, on Brown. Plenty coming up. Third down and 5 for Indiana. The blitz pickup. Rourke, however, going to go down again. Another sack. It's Wheatland in the backfield.
Timeout, Maryland, their second and a half. 30 seconds.
Maryland's going to have good field position, forcing a punt with 1:46 to go.
When you're a small business owner, your to-do list can be a lot. That's why Progressive makes it easy to save with a commercial auto quote online, so you can take on all your other to-dos.
Already did.
See if you could save at progressivecommercial.com.
Michigan Rutgers, men's soccer, today on the Big Ten Network.
4th and 16 for Indiana. James Evans back to punt again. It'll be his second punt of the game. He had 5 punts the entire season.
Should go back to that third down again. It's the mind game by Brian Williams. That was basically cover 0. And Curtis Rourke, he had one-on-one matchups across the board, but no time to settle in the pocket. Again, that's been the difference in this game, is alongside the turnovers, it's the trench play.
Good boot that time by Evans. Returnable, spinning out of the first tackle. Kozlowski is brought down. We'll step aside for 15 seconds.
Today, let's paint with Behr, America's most trusted paint brand.
Wait, we don't have Behr.
Well, with Behr, you can paint a whole room for under $100. How much did you spend?
More?
I thought you said you researched this.
Don't overpay for your next project. Get Behr quality at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
Well, now Billy Edwards goes out. He's got 1:36 to play with one timeout.
Keep your eyes on number 10, Ty Felton.
To the outside, it's Prather. Makes the catch, gets out of bounds. Felton with just 2 catches in this game so far, Jake.
Quiet day for him. Really, Prather's been the go-to guy. Now, Felton did draw a key pass interference penalty. Remember when they were backed up at 2nd and 30. So he's affecting the game still. But this is number 10. I'll circle him again here as he comes down to the field. That's been Billy Edwards' go-to guy.
For his last 9 over the middle, and it's incomplete. He had his man, threw it behind Preston Howard. Well, coming up again, it's the halftime show sponsored by Defender. Rick Pizzo, Howard Griffith, Jerry DiNardo, Brock Vereen. Highlights from this one and plenty more going on around the Big Ten Conference. This defense has been awesome for Indiana today. 3rd and 5 for Maryland. Edwards, down he goes again. Mikhail Kamara with another sack for the Hoosiers.
He beat the right tackle, Heron.
Their first of the half. 30 seconds.
Like
please
a drum. Look at that. I mean,
18 seconds. 1:18, please.
He was lined up over the guard and working all the way back out, almost to a contain look, but he beat Heron so clean.
Thank you.
Edwards never had a chance.
4th sack of the year for Kamara. And for Indiana, they're going to get this football back following a punt from Maryland. But they have had issues in the turnover game. They had 0 in their first 4 games of the season.
It's a 5-man protection. They motioned Hemi in the backfield and sent him back out to the flat. So Billy Edwards is thinking, just off numbers alone, he should have had time. And really from pre-snap alignment with Kamara, he was in a position to be double-teamed. But Alan Hare, the right tackle, he barely even got a hand on it.
This one alone as it goes out of bounds, and Indiana's going to have really good field position with 2 timeouts left. But the story, Jake, is the turnovers from Indiana. A couple of picks and a fumble from the Hoosiers.
We said this in our keys to the game is, could Maryland win the turnover battle? It's something they've been part of their identity. Meanwhile, Indiana, they don't give the ball away, at least not before today. Indiana's been able to move the ball for the most part. They've had success throwing it. They've had success running it. But it's been the turnovers that have kept Maryland in this game. And now plenty of time here to go down and get some points. But once again, Curtis Rourke has to be smart with the football.
We get it at the 37-yard line.
13 takeaways on the season for Maryland's defense.
9 total interceptions, 5 fumble recoveries. Go across the middle, easy play, and a first down for Indiana. Maybe mark him a half a yard short. Pickup of 9.5 for Lawton.
It's all mental for Curtis Rourke. That time Maryland rushed 3, dropped 8. He was able to sit in the pocket and get back to his check down.
Got everybody set. Rourke to the outside. That's a catch by Cooper. Slips a tackle and out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Hoosiers are on the move.
Talk about all the transfers. Cooper has been in this program for 3 years now, averaging 20 yards per catch. He's the big play machine. Once again, plenty of time for Rourke there in the pocket. Easy throw to Cooper on the corner route.
Rourke going to the single coverage. End zone! Touchdown! He hits Cooper again.
The location on that ball was perfect. That's working one-on-one coverage. Why not go back to Cooper? Downfield working against Harley, and there's really nothing Harley can do there. That's a back shoulder, stripe the helmet throw by Curtis Rourke to Omar Cooper. Cannot defend that.
A drive that took a total of 32 seconds, 3 plays. 63 yards.
Cooper's been explosive all year, Jeff. He's 6th in the conference in yards per catch. Back-to-back plays there. Explosive.
That's what Rourke has looked like all season long. First touchdown pass of the game. Cooper even getting his jersey tugged on. Curtis Rourke loving it. Indiana up by 7, back in 15 seconds.
Something amazing is happening here. This family business is becoming a multinational logistics company. That's because CDW designed a plan for them to scale globally with an intelligent HPE Aruba networking data center solution. Upgraded security and AI-powered automation help them manage everything from shipping in Sydney to deliveries in Denver. Make amazing happen. HPE Aruba Networking and CDW.
Third touchdown reception of the year for Omar Cooper. We were talking to the coaching staff yesterday. Mike Shanahan just continues to remind Omar Cooper,
30 seconds.
You don't know how good you can be. He had 2 great catches on that touchdown drive, Jake.
And I think he can be really, really good. And really, Jeff, how about the trust and the belief by Shanahan and Coach Cignetti? Even with the turnovers, they've remained fearless. They continue to be aggressive down the field, just running their offense. I think a big piece of that is they trust their defense and how good they've been performing today.
Next Saturday, Purdue clashes with Wisconsin. The Hoosiers square off with Northwestern at number 13 USC. Heads to the Twin Cities to battle the Gophers under the lights. A football triple header next Saturday, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. So glad, Jake, you talked about the defense. 3 turnovers by Indiana's offense. There have been 0 Maryland first downs after those turnovers.
Right, not just responding and avoiding points, but responding as good as you possibly can. 3 turnovers, defense takes the field, 3 and outs.
It's not just clamps, that's a vice grip. Returnable from Maryland. Gotta see.
I mean, this Maryland offense has been prolific as well. I think you go out here, you call a pass. The key is you have to get that first down. I think this first play has to be an explosive to move the chains. Otherwise, you're saying, okay, didn't work, and you're comfortable just running out the clock.
So Tavian Smith limp off the field. Ty Felton right there in the slot. Edwards to pass. Edwards flushed out to the left, makes the completion, tackled inbounds, clock will wind. Dylan Wade makes his first catch of the day. 20 seconds to go.
The D-line of Indiana has been dominant. Kamara, Carr, Carpenter, CJ West. They're not giving Billy Edwards a chance to breathe.
More pressure coming. Edwards flushed out, and he's going to slide short of the 30-yard line. And that is going to take us to the end of the first half. Maryland will get the football, but Indiana's offense showed some really good signs late in that second quarter.
There's 90. I mean, they're moving the ball well. Their play calls look good. It's those 3 turnovers. This game, it's one of the biggest indicators and predictors of winning. And yet, even with those 3 turnovers, the defense has remained stout all game long. And what you saw there, that final drive was perfect. Curtis Rourke to Omar Cooper.
Brooke Fletcher down on the field with Curt Cignetti.
Coach, what do you make of the way your offense responded there?
I like that. Good 2-minute drive. Seems like when we play with tempo, we're playing a lot better. Too many mistakes, turnovers on offense. 2nd and 31, bite on double move. But we're going in 7 up. We're capable of playing a lot better, and we need to.
4 sacks for your defense here. How have they been able to keep Billy Edwards Jr. and this Maryland offense in check?
That's a big part of it right there. Putting pressure on the quarterback. We need to do that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks to Curt Cignetti. It's a 7-point lead for Indiana going into the locker rooms. A lot more coming up as we go back to our folks in Chicago.
This COVID season, a different choice can make a difference. The Novavax COVID-19 vaccine, adjuvanted, helps protect against COVID with manageable common side effects, and is the only protein-based option, similar to some RSV and flu shots. It has been authorized for emergency use as a COVID-19 vaccine for people ages 12 and up. Don't get the vaccine if you've had an allergic reaction to it or its ingredients. Serious allergic reactions can happen. Cases of myocarditis and pericarditis have occurred, but are rare. Side effects may include injection site reactions, fatigue, muscle pain, headache, joint pain, nausea or vomiting, and others. Your choice, your protection. Ask your doctor or pharmacist if Novavax is the right choice for you. Find the Novavax vaccine at choosenovavax.com. Novavax and go.
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me?
Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Touchdown, yeah. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. like me.
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
People call me a character coach. I don't coach one specific sport or team because I'm passionate about helping young people to find their purpose and identity outside of the court. Working with Thrivent on my finances, I felt like I could give more of my time and talent to help kids in my community. It's allowed me to live what I consider a truly rich life.
Today, let's paint with Behr, America's most trusted paint brand.
Wait, we don't have Behr.
Well, with Behr, you can paint a whole room for under $100. How much did you spend?
More?
I thought you said you researched this.
Don't overpay for your next project. Get Behr quality at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
Crunchy. Ooh.
Tasty.
Oh.
Sweet or savory.
Always satisfying.
Give me Blue Diamond. Crunchy, tasty, sweet or savory. Always satisfying.
Give me Blue Diamond. Crunchy, tasty, sweet or savory. Always satisfying. Give me Blue Diamond almonds.
Curtis Rourke shakes off some early INTs, finds Omar Cooper late in the first half to cap a 63-yard drive that took all of 32 seconds and gave Indiana a 14-7 lead over Maryland. Welcome into the Big Ten Live Halftime, presented by Land Rover Defender. Rick Pizzo, Brock Farine, Jerry DiNardo, Howard Griffith alongside. Indiana really dominated this game from a statistics perspective. 237 yards to just 110 for Maryland. Hoosiers turned the ball over 3 times. Otherwise, this is nowhere near as close as the score tells us it is.
And we saw the interview with Coach Zanetti during the game, first half, and he talked about, hey, the quarterback, he's going to bounce back. It's a veteran guy.
He knew.
And that's exactly what's happened. And to have the turnovers, to have the sacks, to the struggles that they had and still be in this game, winning this game the way they are, it speaks volumes about this team.
Yeah, and I think it's an attitude. I mean, there looks like there's no energy to me on the Maryland sideline. It looks like even though there's been 3 turnovers on the Indiana side, they're struggling a little bit. They certainly have played better, but this is obviously better competition than they're playing. But they look like they're excited about the game. The defense is flying around. I don't see any emotion. I don't see any real engagement with the Maryland guys.
And if you're in that Maryland locker room, you're sitting there wondering, now, did we just miss our best opportunity? Our defense went out there, fought their tails off, and forced an offense that does not turn the ball over. To turn it over 3 times. 3 times we've gotten great field position and tons of momentum, and we have 7 points to show for it. And what's worse is the Indiana offense has clearly settled down.
Yeah, even with those picks early, Curtis Rourke, 13 of 19 for a $192. Billy Edwards is doing his part for Maryland. 10 of 12, 93 yards and a touchdown. But you got to give Indiana credit. Everybody wondered, could you slow down Ty Felton? First half, the Maryland wide receiver, 2 catches, 7 yards. A terrific job by that Indiana defense in the first half as the Hoosiers lead it 14-7. Speaking of defense, we look around the league. Michigan playing great D and running the ball at will against Minnesota. Nebraska, Purdue, offensive purists, look away. We shall update you on both those games coming up after the break.
Well...
The Big Ten Network Halftime Report is sponsored by Defender.
Mayotivations with Will Levis. Mayo dip be creamy and your quarterback dreamy. Oh, hey. Mayo game day be delicious.
Spankings at average birthday parties. Spankings at a Duluth Trading birthday party. Celebrate our big damn birthday in the season's biggest deals. Only at Duluth Trading.
A typical insurance? You're just another senior.
That is the third health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I'm finally feeling control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
Are they really going to spend all day streaming college football on DirecTV? Can you blame them? They've got the biggest rivalries.
And bowl games. Speaking of, Frank, run a slant to the bowl of chips. Bobby, button hook to the salsa.
What are you going to do, Coach Prime?
Don't question your coach, man.
I'm Carl Allenberg, chief of police. I found the body.
Fox's new mystery series, Murder in a Small Town, is compelling with killer guest stars.
Accidents happen.
And you can watch it anytime. And every Tuesday,
you ready for this?
There's a new mystery to be solved.
My husband is missing.
I'm gonna kill you! I swear!
How are your murders?
It's gonna be a busy couple days.
Murder in a Small Town, all new Tuesdays on Fox, and watch anytime on Hulu.
Tom Brady, the broadcaster? Guy's got everything in the world. Why do it? Tommy, why?
Yeah, Tommy. Why don't you lay on a beach getting fat on pina coladas? Why not buy a soccer team? Got one. Dude, why would they ask why? What are they even talking about? Kid, what? What they're really asking is, why don't you quit football? They don't understand that you live and breathe for football. Because you're Tom freaking Brady.
And one day, you'll be the greatest there ever was.
Back to work.
Little Brown Jug game. Michigan's won 26 of 28 against Minnesota. And this is what the Wolverines do. Kalel Mullings, 27 yards. No would-be tacklers in his way. Michigan on top 7-0. Early second. Gophers trying to come back. Daniel Jackson makes the catch, but you got to hold on to the football. Ripped out by Zeke Berry. Michigan takes over deep into Gopher territory. And Mullings runs it in for his second touchdown of the game. Michigan has added another score just about to go to the break. It is 21-0 Wolverines. Rick Pizzo back with Brock Vereen, Jerry DiNardo, and Howard Griffith on the Land Rover Defender halftime. Howard, I just don't think that Sharon Moore needs to Alex Orji right now to throw the football in this game. You can keep her on the ground and play defense.
Yeah, you've really seen this offensive line really take some strides the last couple of weeks for Michigan, and that's really boded well for them when you start to think about the running back group that they have, and now with Orji playing the quarterback spot.
He doesn't need to throw it to win. He's thrown it 8 times, but if they're trying to develop a pass attack, you know, this is a kind of game where you might throw it even though you know you don't need to throw it to win it. I think they should throw it a little bit more, maybe.
We were having this conversation this morning, right? You just don't know.
Case.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're playing Michigan, it's the last team that you want to play from behind, a team that plays good defense and runs the football. But Minnesota, especially when there's letdowns in all 3 phases, you got turnovers, you got block kicks, you're giving up plays. It's tough.
Minnesota has just kicked the field goal right before the half, so they go to break in Ann Arbor with Michigan up 21-3. One other game in progress, Nebraska-Purdue, second quarter, no score. Hear what I said there? No score. John Hole has the field goal blocked. Alvana would come in later for another field goal try, and guess what happened? It was blocked. They also missed a field goal. Second quarter, Purdue trying to get on the board. Hudson Card makes a nice little play. Here's Jerron Tibbs. But you see that imaginary black line that's actually not on the field? That's the line of scrimmage. Card's body ahead of it. That's an illegal forward pass. No score, and I mean no score, as we go to the half, 0-0. We do have some scoring taking place in Bloomington. Miles Price, this officially a rush touchdown behind the line of scrimmage. Hoosiers over the Terps, 14-7, 30 minutes in the books at Memorial Stadium.
If you know luxury, it's not just award-winning, it's rewarding. Sattva Mattresses supports all types of sleepers. Luxury is handcrafted and assembled in American factories and brought directly to you with our complimentary in-home delivery and setup service. Which is why over 90% of customers would recommend Sattva to friends and family. Sattva, luxury mattresses made affordable.
Whoa, what's this?
Aflac Duck signed me to an NIL deal.
An NIL deal?
It's name, injury, and likeness.
Aflac.
With a name like Prime, an injury like mine, and a likeness so fine, that's a triple threat.
Couldn't we just tell people Aflac pays cash for expenses not covered by health insurance?
If we want people to understand how Aflac helps close that gap, we got to get you to think bigger, Coach.
You gotta be kidding.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Find an agent, get a quote at Aflac.com.
Miss Terry's not gonna like this.
Trouble.
You my little boo thing, so I'll give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell 'em I'm next. Tell 'em you find a little something too fresh, I know. Tell 'em I'm next. Tell 'em you find a little something too fresh, I know. You my little boo thing, so I'll give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell 'em I'm next. Tell 'em you.
We see the promises you make. Doing more than your fair share. Working twice as hard. Saving lives, changing lives. And your life's work deserves nothing less than a lifetime guarantee. You made a promise. So did we. TIAA's promise of a guaranteed retirement paycheck for life is a promise that pays off.
I've always wanted to start a business that not only made money or grew, but also, more importantly, added value to the planet. A trailblazer is someone who only cares about one thing, and that is pursuing their passion. And when we started 10 years ago, selling ugly fruits and vegetables online was a crazy idea. Hungry Harvest is on a mission to fight food waste and fight hunger. What we do is we source produce that otherwise would go to waste because it's odd size or shape, all perfectly fresh, perfectly nutritious, and we sell it via e-commerce. When customers sign up for Hungry Harvests, they're reducing food waste, they're helping subsidize produce and other food for folks that are living in food deserts, and they're helping invest in the local economy. In my opinion, we're just getting started. For every trailblazer, they've never really reached their end goal. It's always a kind of a pursuit, a journey. I'm Evan Lutz. I'm the CEO and founder of Hungry Harvest, and I'm a University of Maryland graduate. Go Terps.
Coming up tonight, don't miss a Saturday night volleyball doubleheader as the Boilermakers and Gophers clash in a top 20 showdown. Then number 11 Oregon hosts Indiana. Coverage begins at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network in the Fox Sports app. Lincoln Riley and USC looking to bounce back after last week's loss to Michigan, and back at home for Miller Moss and the Trojans. They will host Luke Fickell and the Wisconsin Badgers to 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 local time kick out on the coast. One game already in the books, 3 in progress. Brock, to come, how about Illinois, Penn State under the lights in State College?
Cannot wait for that game. And for all the excitement about Penn State's pass rush, Luke Altmaier wheels and deals. He makes decisions so quickly, I don't know how big of a factor it'll be.
Unbeaten v. unbeaten, ranked v. ranked, 7:30 Eastern time start inside Beaver Stadium. As for the game you're watching, Indiana dominating, but it's just a one-score game. Here's the one score for the Terps offense. Billy Edwards to Caden Prather. It's 14-7. Second half from Memorial Stadium comes your way right after the break.
What are you doing?
Oh, we did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, you know, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play.
Set summer in motion with a Honda Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, new Civic Hybrid, or all-electric Prologue SUV. Take a vacation, staycation, or just a weekend drive with the windows down. Whatever you do, make it epic with Honda. The 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Overall EV and Hybrid Brand. So act now. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about our honeymoon. What about Africa? Safari. Hot air balloon ride. Swim with elephants.
Wait, can we afford a safari? Great question. Like everything, takes a little planning.
Or put the money towards a down payment.
On a ranch?
In Montana.
With horses.
Let's take a look at those scenarios.
JP Morgan Wealth Management has advisors in Chase branches and tools like Wealth Plan to help keep you on track. When you're planning for it all, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Be the MVP on game day with a delicious lineup of tasty sliders, classic sandwiches, sweet and tangy barbecue, the world's best ham, and more. Because game day is a Honey Baked Day with the Honey Baked Ham Company.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Isn't it absolutely bonkers that you can walk into a store, hand someone a piece of plastic, and they will willingly hand over Reese's cups? Forget flying cars. This is it. We're at the pinnacle.
The following is a presentation of the Big Ten Conference.
Today's Big Ten Impact Research takes us to Bloomington, where researchers at the Indiana University Luddy School of Informatics, Computing, and Engineering are using artificial intelligence to improve the quality of life. In collaboration with the Toyota Research Institute, Indiana University faculty and students designed and built Iris, a cute and friendly AI-controlled robot who can engage in conversation. By studying how seniors at a local memory care facility interact with it, they are gaining insight into how robots might help individuals with dementia in the future. 14-7 Indiana, about ready to start this third quarter. Maryland's going to get the football coming out of halftime. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Memorial Stadium with Jake Butt. Brooke Fletcher's down on the field. Jeff Levering with you. And Jake, the story was the Indiana turnovers, but man, that defense put on the vice grips on Maryland.
I mean, literally almost a perfect half. Outside of that touchdown drive for Maryland, they haven't even given up a single first down. So we said we'd learn a lot about the Hoosiers today. We haven't had an opportunity to see how they respond to adversity, but clearly passing that test defensively here to start the game. And the conversation at halftime, too, I wonder what Coach Loxley said to his team, because really, Indiana tried to give them the game, and they haven't been able to capitalize on anything. So we'll see how the Terrapins respond here, getting the ball coming out of half.
A really fascinating stat. 7 first downs for Maryland. All came on one drive. Fair catch called for by Maryland. Let's go downstairs. Brooke Fletcher, what do you got for us?
Yeah, Mike Loxley clearly frustrated. He said our defense is carrying this team right now. 3 takeaways for them in the first half, but the frustration really comes with their offense and they're just those penalties. He said we have to clean those up. He has been happy with what he's seen from Billy Edwards Jr. He said he's playing clean ball. What he needs to see from him is just trusting those guys up front and those playmakers. He says they really need to capitalize on this first drive here. And to give you guys a weather update, the rain is really coming down here on the field. Perfect timing as we start the second half.
Yeah, it's about as hard as it has come down all afternoon. Thank you, Brooks. Stay dry as best you can as Hemby gets the carry. He had just 5 carries in that first half, Jake.
Well, Brooks said that part of the message was for Billy Edwards to trust the guys up front. Trust is earned. Trust is earned. And right now, when you look at the trench play, Indiana's defensive line in front 6, front 7, they're winning. And that's a continuation there on the first play of the game. Roman Hemby ran into a brick wall.
Second play of this drive to the outside. Felton makes the catch. Slips out of 1. He's getting close to first down. 3rd down and manageable on this opening drive of the second half for Maryland.
Expect to see more of that this half. That's a huge part of their offense is the screen game, particularly to Ty Felton. They just get him the ball almost as an extension of the run game. But a quiet day for Felton so far.
3 catches, just 7 yards. He had 14 catches last week. Felton across the formation. They go to Felton. He's got it. Plenty of room to run across midfield. There's that man, Ty Felton, and running after the catch.
This is what a great route runner does. So they send him in motion, get a man zone read, and then Felton, he's got great patience, understanding where Billy Edwards needs to get at the top of his route. You see him feel that zone in between the nickel and the linebacker, just running a little option route. And now, I mean, wasting no time here in the second half. The priority is to get number 10 the football.
Handoff goes to Hemby, escapes 1, and we're going to get a flag down. Alu Ba, right guard, remember? He had a face mask in the first half, too.
10-yard penalty, first down.
Second big penalty for Ba.
Mikhail Kamara has been absolutely dominating. Here's the right guard, and they got a double team there on Kamara. Watch this. Kamara splits that double team right away. Right tackle has to give some help. I mean, if there's one guy you want to get 4 hands on, it's been Kamara, but my goodness. He's been dominating up front, Jeff.
The right side of the offensive line has had a tough day so far. Edwards to pass. Steps up. Goes down the middle. Prather couldn't make the adjustment with his body. He had an opportunity to make the catch. He got behind 2 Hoosiers, but could not make the adjustment.
Oh my gosh, that was almost an unbelievable catch. Running the post route, and Indiana has trouble with communication, just not able to pass it off. And Billy Edwards, that ball has to be out in front of him. When Prather spins around like that, he loses vision on the ball. A really hard catch, wasn't able to come down with it.
Certainly the conditions with the rain not helping. Going to get a free play for Edwards. Edwards down the middle again. It's incomplete and intercepted. Got that flag down as Prather tries to run him down. Instead, it is the tight end, Dylan Wade, that knocks him out, but it's a free play.
Offside in the neutral zone at the snap. Defense number 99. 5-yard penalty, second down.
So there's the offside by James Carpenter, number 99. But you say a free play, nothing in life is free. Number 6, Kamara, won his rep once again. I mean, Billy Edwards doesn't think that's free. He got a shot clean to the ribs there. That right side of the offensive line is a problem right now. It's the penalties, but I mean, Kamara has been unblockable all day, and they're double teaming him. They're not doing their jobs.
McDonald gets the carry, and he goes nowhere. And that right side of the offensive line got dominated again.
Yep. Again, they got 2 guys on him, and Kamara has been unblockable. And now, I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of play calls for 3rd and long like this. Remember what happened last time in a long down and distance. Maryland ran a double move to draw a penalty. Indiana's got to stay clean here in the back end. Here's the guy up top, Kamara.
Kamara almost got there, and the pass is going to be incomplete. And they're going to say no, a catch on the sideline. Officials are getting together. The back judge, wow, they're going to say it's a catch. What a play. Shalik Knotts coming down with this play. Does one cheek count as a catch?
It does. From that angle, it looked like he did get one cheek down in bounds, Jeff.
I mean, the back judge initially said no catch. He was signaling incomplete.
Wow.
Line judge came in, overruled him. They got together. They said reception was good by Knotts. What an unbelievable play by Shalik Knotts. All right, Mike Pereira, does one cheek count in bounds?
Well, you know, it's not like the whole foot has to be in bounds, so you don't have to get the whole butt in bounds. So if the one cheek actually hits first, which is what you're going to take a look at here, then you have the equivalent of a foot or another body part. So from these shots here, hard to tell. You're looking for a down-the-line shot. But in this case, again, we'll take this look now. Now, if half the butt is in and the other half's out at the same time, then it's incomplete. But looks like it would be very difficult to overturn this based on these shots.
It's the first point of contact there, too, right, Mike?
Correct. Correct.
If his body's tilted and that left glute gets down in bounds, that's a better angle there.
Jake, I feel like this is a perfect replay for you. This is perfect for you, Jake.
Right. If anyone knows about glutes, cheeks, and butts, I am Jake Butt.
I can't remember us using this language, trying to say whether it's a catch or not.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. It's first down.
Wow, that's incredible. Thank you so much, Mike. And the left cheek better than the right cheek for Shalik Knotts.
We've had the butt fumble. That is the butt catch or the cheek catch. Wow, what a play. What a throw by Billy Edwards, too. I mean, he got smoked by Kamara once again. I mean, he's got no time to throw it, but a huge, huge third down conversion there.
Just to confirm, Jake Butt by one left cheek. That's a catch. We're all here. Felton makes a move, brought down by Fisher at the 25-yard line after a pickup of 2.
Didn't see much of this in the first half. And you mentioned last week Ty Felton had 14 catches. A big part of their offense is just getting the ball out in the screen game to Ty Felton. And now here, that's the third time they've targeted him. A lot of it in the screen game on this drive alone.
Maryland making an adjustment at right tackle. Terez Davis is coming in to replace Alan Haran,
true freshman.
Going across the middle again. Catch by Prather. He's been the man there inside the 10-yard line. Good opening drive for Maryland.
Great field. That's a seam route by Prather, but he sees split coverage. Watch him work back to the middle. This turns into a man finding that soft zone around the helmet.
There goes McDonald, and he is driven down. Great tackle by Asbury.
Okay. Indiana's defense has responded to every challenge so far in this game. Maryland moving the ball.
Second down and goal for the Terps. In trouble. Got rid of it. It's up in the air, and it's caught! On the deflection, Dylan Wade brings it down, and a touchdown for Maryland. That thing was up in the air forever, Jake.
My goodness. That was a dangerous throw by Billy Edwards. I mean, once again, he's got a Hoosier in his face right away. Watch this. So he's throwing that into tight coverage to Prather. And then Dylan Wade with the awareness, the tip drill to himself. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Second touchdown of the year for Dylan Wade. Tapped it to himself, and then the diving catch. Outstanding drive from Maryland coming out at halftime.
And you go back to that big third and long, too, the critical play. Billy Edwards hanging in there tough. He took a shot, gets the ball out to Shalik Knotts, and they were able to finish it with the touchdown. What a drive.
A 27-yard gain to Knotts was on 3rd and 17. Edwards and the Terps are tied in Bloomington.
So, what did you think of the pitch I emailed you?
Yes, the one that you emailed me. I remember. The pitch of Dog Days. What a title. Here we are. Very Victorian, which I loved. Unique relationship is formed. I love unique relationships.
With a twist.
I know, because I read it.
Great. I'm going to tell them you're interested.
The perfect day.
Yeah,
put down some Scots turf build a winter guard. It's perfect for giving the lawn a boost this fall.
Think you mean perfect for repairing all the fun I had this summer?
Cashback at the end of the first year?
You are cut off.
You earn, we match.
Debbie.
Unlimited cashback match.
Football on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense. By Discover. And by DirecTV. Stream Big Ten football all season long on DirecTV without a satellite dish. 2 massive plays on that drive. Shalik Knotts by a left cheek, staying in bounds on a big third down, and then the catch by Dylan Wade for the score. And now it's Indiana's opportunity, Jake, to take the offense back onto the field for the second time in the second half.
And really, Jeff, they moved the ball. I mean, they were able to find success throwing the ball, running the ball. It was just the turnovers. And really, for Curtis Rourke, I thought he did a good job of identifying where the youth was in Maryland's secondary. Braden Lee's a true freshman back there. Kevin Humes, another freshman. He was able to kind of identify those guys.
19, Maryland 92, wearing 19.
Just getting an update on number switches. See the response from Curtis Rourke after he threw that second pick in as many passes. 11 of 14 for 165. He has commanded the offense. Lawton's in the backfield. And Lawton gets it on first down. Pickup of 3. King Bisote with the tackle.
Momentum's so big in football, and there's 2 ways. There's initiating momentum, and then there's responding to momentum. The momentum's been back and forth all game. Right now, Maryland has this crowd quiet. It's a huge drive. Let's see how Indiana responds.
Rourke to pass, and it's incomplete. Great coverage, 44 on 44. That's Wheatley, the coverage of Horton.
Another close call. Officials are staying consistent. How about Wheatland, though? And he does a little bit of everything. They say he's the Swiss Army knife, you know, the football cliche. He's brought pressure a few times. He's been in the backfield, that time covering the tight end, Zach Horton, and great coverage.
Horton's been quiet. Came in with 7 catches and 67 yards in a score. Price in motion. Rourke looking for Price. He's wide open. Catch made. Stays on his feet and driven down to the 30-yard line.
Again, just this is the veteran presence of Curtis Rourke. Look at this hole shot as he sees Maryland get confused in the back end. Number 20, Perry Fisher. He goes with the post route, which leaves Mile Price wide open down the sideline.
Going to the outside. Did he keep a foot in? No. Incomplete. They were looking for Cooper. Had a touchdown in that first half.
That was close. That was close. And he's out.
Is the right foot down as he has catch right there? Is the football in his fingertips with the right foot down, though?
It sure looks like it.
Second down and 10. And we play on. Did not stop the play. They go up the middle. Big burst. Lawton with a big gain of 9. It's 3rd down and 1.
Lawton has showed that burst all day long. When he's been able to get some space, he gets that one cut going and just explosive and powerful through the hole.
He's in his 7th year at the college level. First 5 years at Stony Brook. Spent last year at James Madison with Coach Signetti. And now he comes to Indiana. 3rd down and 1. They go outside with a run. Lawton just runs over the defender for a first down for Indiana. Ran right through Donnell Brown.
Showing you a little bit of everything there. The second down run was about the burst, the quickness, and the speed, and then that one was about power and getting downhill. Just a nice blend of speed and quickness and pop and power.
Inside the red zone. Ellison, the running back. Ellison gets it. Ellison to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
The risk when bringing pressure. Maryland has no safeties back. They load the box, which you would think is about stopping the run. The problem is there's no insurance policy. Everyone's on the same level. And Ellison did a good job of sorting through the traffic there. And once he had a lane, no one was catching him.
5th rushing touchdown of the year for Justice Ellison. It's the 20th of the season for Indiana's offense. Radich Indiana's offense. Radich for Indiana's offense. Radich. Indiana's offense. Radich.